Here has ever drinking alcohol, even just a sip? Who here is 21? Oh, you guys Okay, well, as you can see, despite the law that you must be 21 or older to drink, a lot of people are drinking underage anyways. This is not only true for this classroom, but across the nation. If we were to lower the legal drinking age, a lot of the problems associated with drinking and underage drinking specifically would lessen. The current laws are ineffective, and there are many advantages to lowering the legal drinking age. So despite the law that you must be 21 or older to drink, alcohol use is extremely widespread among teenagers today. It's the most commonly used and abused drug amongst American youth. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, nearly 3/4 of those under 21 have consumed alcohol by the end of high school. More than a third have done so by 8th grade. It's also reported that 19% of these youth between the ages of 12 and 20 are binge drinking. Binge drinking is really dangerous, and it's defined by Dictionary.com as excessive drinking over a short period of time with the intention of becoming intoxicated. So with statistics like these, it's easy to see that current laws regarding the drinking age in the United States are highly ineffective. So many youth are blatantly disregarding the law that it's obvious something needs to change. By lowering the drinking age, many problems associated with underage drinking would cease to exist, and change may even result in safer drinking. A lot of the attraction minors have to drinking is the riskiness and illegality involved, that rush you get from breaking the law and going against your parents. The risk factor is what leads many teenagers to binge drink, which results in hangovers at best and fatality at its worst. Over 3,000 Americans under the age of 21 die every year due to alcohol-related causes. It's evident that current laws concerning minors and drinking regulation cannot and are not being enforced successfully. If the legal drinking age were to be lowered, the attractiveness of drinking and challenging the law would not be an issue, and it would not be a factor in instigating minors to drink. Since you must be 21 to go to bars and most clubs, a lot of drinking takes place underground. House parties, in basements, college campuses, parks, amusement parks, you can drink pretty much anywhere. Having such a strong ban on underage drinking leads teens to do it in secret behind closed doors, where parents and experienced adults are not available to help moderate the alcohol intake. Teens seek to be drunk at events where they're not able to drink legally in public, so they find a way around the law and their own strict parents by drinking excessively beforehand. This is called preloading, but most of us probably know it as pre-gaming. In pre-gaming, there's a rush in drinking, which leads minors to drink too much, too fast, and with the goal of immediate and extended intoxication in mind, which usually results in bad drinking experiences. Former president of Middlebury College, John McCardell, recognized that putting an age limit on drinking has in turn created a dangerous and irresponsible culture of underage drinkers. He says in his 60 Minutes interview on the debate of lowering the drinking age that the law hasn't reduced or eliminated drinking, it's simply driven it into the most risky and least manageable of settings. By legalizing drinking at a lower age, house parties and social drinking would be able to be moderated by parents. They can regulate alcohol to keep minors at a safe level and teach them responsibility in drinking. Dangerous pre-gaming would no longer be an issue because minors would be able to drink in public at a normal pace and be able to moderate their own alcohol intake more effectively. Lowering the drinking age creates more benefits than just allowing for a safer youth drinking culture. It also allows for police forces to focus more on regulation of serious alcohol-related issues, such as DUIs, people who are driving, drinking, or getting too intoxicated. This is better than police just simply wasting their time breaking up parties full of drunk high schoolers who, let's be honest, are probably going to go and do it all again the next week. In an interview on the same 60 Minutes debate, Police Chief Mark Beckner agrees that drinking age should be lowered. He states that the overall advantages is we're not trying to enforce a law that's unenforceable. The abuse of alcohol and the overconsumption of alcohol and DUI driving, those are the areas we've got to focus our efforts, not on chasing kids around trying to give them a ticket for having another beer in their hand. Beckner recognizes that most drunk driving accidents happen within the 21 to 25 age group, and sees that police do not have to waste their time disciplining harmless underage drinkers. They would better be able to control and prevent drunk driving accidents, as well as gain the upper hand in situations concerning alcohol abuse and overconsumption. For many, lowering the legal drinking age seems like it would be a positive change, but for others, it is seen as a doorway to even more problems. One of the main arguments presented by people who are against lowering the drinking age is that the human brain does not fully develop until the mid-20s. But even cultures where drinking at a young age is the norm, such as France, Spain, Italy, Greece, pretty much all of Europe. There's been no evidence that proves or suggests that alcohol consumption during youth affects intellectual or behavioral growth. However, if that's the side that wish to argue, they might consider that although the brain is not fully developed, at 18 you can still vote and you can still serve in the military. Therefore, you should also be able to make your own decisions regarding alcohol. Another point those on the defense of current laws argue is that lowering the drinking age will only cause younger age groups to begin to drink, but this is not true. The temptation to drink alcohol and experience being drunk comes in a good part from the fact that it's not allowed and highly regulated. Rebelling against the laws and outward control often enthralls teenagers and only attracts them more towards what they shouldn't be doing. If you saw that drinking wasn't such a big deal and it was no longer something they weren't allowed to get to be involved in, most of the temptation would be gone. All in all, lowering the drinking age would have more positive results for society than negative. Minors would be able to drink responsibly and would therefore drink much safer. They would no longer feel pressure to binge drink or put their health at risk and instead would be able to moderate themselves. Police would be able to focus less on busting rebellious teenagers and more on preventing accidents and crime. Although these changes may not all come at once, by lowering the drinking age now, they can begin to take root and eventually lead to a complete change in American drinking culture. Thank you.